Hello everybody, good morning. Welcome. It is Tuesday the 7th of April. I had to really think about that. It's a beautiful day. I've already been out early with the dog, which was super duper. Took a nice cup of tea in one of those reusable mugs. It was really lovely out there. So welcome everybody, good morning. As we start gathering, coming together for our Tuesday morning Pilates For All class, just a few things. Make sure you've got a mat or something to lie on. You can just use a carpet, it doesn't have to be a mat. I've got my yoga mat, that's down there, but you don't have to, you can just use the floor. Make sure you've got a comfortable surface under you, so if you're in the kitchen on perhaps your hard floor, then just a towel or something will help. Good morning, everyone's arriving. How's things? How are we feeling? Look out the door. Good morning, Joan. Hello, nice to see you, Joan. So those of you who are new to this class, welcome. My name is Tessa. Hello, Carolyn. And this is Get Fit with Tessa and our Pilates For All. So as the name describes, this is a class for everybody. So we're going to work on Pilates moves, standing and lying. So like I said at the beginning, if you've not got a soft surface, good morning, Lynette Buck, good morning. And then get yourself something comfortable to lie on. If you want to use a pillow or a cushion, I'm in my lounge is there. So if you want to just grab a cushion off the sofa, then that's sometimes quite nice. Hello, Sarah Stafford, morning. So this class, Sarah, because you wanted a longer class, is a 30-minute Pilates For All. And I do three 30-minute classes in a week. Hi Joe Doyle, nice to see you, Joe. And Julia, goodness me, we're all arriving this morning. That's lovely to see. So I do 3 bite-sized Pilates classes. That's Monday, Wednesday and Friday mornings, just 15 minutes. And then I do, hello Joe, and I do a couple of 30-minute Pilates For Alls, and I do an intermediate. Morning, Michelle. You said you were doing my classes. And Kathy. Hello, everybody. Lots of people have seen that walking as well. We're doing a lot of walking, haven't we? So I do a range of different lengths of Pilates classes. The only one that's for intermediate specifically is on a Friday at 6. So that class is a slightly higher level. The rest of it's suitable for everybody. But remember, everybody, if you know one ankle's a bit weak, or maybe your knees are a bit uncomfortable. Hello, Anne-Marie, morning up in Tynemouth. Have you got a beautiful sunny morning in Tynemouth this morning? I hope so. So if you have got injuries, please don't disregard. Oh, lovely. And Peter's there as well. And Felicia, I pronounced your name wrong, didn't I? Good morning. So make sure that you are listening to your injuries, listen to your body. Unless it says stop and go and open the big bar of chocolate, you don't listen to that. Hi, Hillary's here as well. So make sure that you listen to your body, do what works for you. We're pretty much all here now, I think, so we're going to crack on. 30 minutes this morning plus our relaxation, because I was asked to make it a little bit longer. If you get halfway through and get fed up, stop, pause, go and have a cup of tea, come back and watch it later. Right, good. So we're going to start standing. I've got the music on now. I'm going to turn the music up a little bit, so we've got the in the background. Lovely. Oh god, do you hear my bones creak? That's the only reason I've got the music on, is to hide the sound of my bones cracking. Okay, good. So posture, feet hip width, give your shoulders a little roll back. So I want you to feel relaxed across your upper body. Suck in your stomach muscles, draw up your pelvic floor. So sideways on, relaxed upper body, but the core is working. So remember, our core is our stomach, our back, and the magical pelvic floor. And the pelvic floor is crucial to posture and strength. So think about the pelvic floor as a platform of muscle between your legs that keeps everything where it belongs. So we're going to work that by pulling everything up, hold for me, and then release everything down again. And we'll come back to that later. Okay, so breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in again. And exhale. We'll start with squats today. So with squats, take a breath in first. I'm just turning sideways to show you. I want you to sit back into your heels and then push up. So don't be tempted to do this. Don't be tempted to do that. Sit back into your heels. Inhale as you rise. Exhale as you go back. I hope you like this music. I rather like this music. We have to be careful the music we use when we broadcast live and put things on Facebook, because obviously you have to respect the musician's rights. This is actually license-free music that I buy specific. There goes the bus, that's a 9A, I think. Good, keep that going for me into those squats. See who else has arrived. Do men have a pelvic floor, Mr. McCann? They do. Men do have a pelvic floor. So with ladies, we pull up back to front. So imagine you're trying not to pass wind, lose a Tampax, have a wee. For men, it's the first and last of those and not the middle one. So yes, equally important for men. Inhale as you rise. Exhale as you lower. Inhale as you rise. Good. And bring yourselves back to standing. Relax your shoulders. Engage your stomach muscles. Side bend. So nice and slowly, side to side. And a lot of the class is about relaxing. A lot of it's about working hard as well. But this bit, we're warming things up. We're getting our brain working as well as our bodies. 2 more. 1 more. Good. We're going to go back to our squats again. You're going to give me 4 squats. So breath in. Back you go. Inhale. Lovely and tall. Squats are such a great exercise. Remember, if your knees are uncomfortable, try doing a small squat. If that doesn't work, do knee lifts instead. Just give me 1 more. I know that's 5. Side bend. Down we go. Now with the side bend, I need you to use your stomachs. So the tummy muscles can be a bit lazy. So I want you to think about, as you come up, pull your tummy in. Then relax. Pull it in. Relax. Pull it in. Relax. 1 more. Good. Bring yourselves up. Give your shoulders a little shake out. We're going to do rotation, but today, hands on our shoulders. Breath in. Little twist. Back round the other way. So as you rotate, I need you to keep your hips still. That's quite nice. Just shut your eyes. You know what you're doing. Twisting side to side. I'll tell you when we change the move. 2 more. 1 more. Back to our squats again. Breathe in. Down we go. Now next time we come to these squats, we're going to add in a little lift of our heels. Not yet. We'll build up to it. 1 more. Side bend. I'm going to make it a bit harder by having my hand beside my head. Smooth. Over we go. Exhaling as you go over. Inhaling as you come back. 1 more. Good work, everyone. Hands on shoulders. It's getting lovely and warm in here. I might have to open the door in a minute. Sun's on my back. Oh, this is where you find my cats from spring through to autumn. Is there one there? Oh, not today. Usually there's a cat lying out in here, basking in the sunshine. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Relax your arms down by your side. So I said we're going to lift up onto our toes. So just do it without the squat for the minute. I want you to lift up and pop down. So I'll show you sideways. Little lift and lower. Now it's difficult. It's difficult. If you find you're a bit wibbly, hold on to something. So a chair, table, some relation that happens to be in the room. Little lift up. And this is working through our calf muscles. I'm hoping you can feel that. And again, next time lift the fronts of your feet, then your heels. Now I know this is only a tiny move, but we're working hard here. Every time you put your body slightly off balance, it engages your stability muscles, the muscles that keep you upright. So make sure you're pulling in your tummy to help. Think of the stomach and back like a couple. They work as a pair. Now the back is really keen. I always say the back's a bit like the kid at the back of the class, front of the class, sorry, putting their hand up going, me, me, me. That's the back. The stomach muscles are the kid at the back on their phone with their feet on the desk, relaxing. So you've got to wake those front muscles up. You've got to wake your stomach muscles up. As in the old days, you'd have thrown a board rubber at the child at the back, wouldn't you? But now you can't, obviously. So you're going to pull your tummy in and release it. And again. Good. Give yourselves a little shake out. Have a little drink if you've got one there. Okay, we've got lots of people with us today. That's smashing. I hope you're all feeling well, looking after yourselves, keeping healthy. Okay, we go back to the sequence from the beginning one more time. Breathe in, down into that squat, but I want you to add the lift of the heels. That's it, down we go. If that's a bit too much, don't do it. Remember, this is your workout, so if you think, I don't like doing that, don't do it. One more time. Good. Side bends this time. You might want to, I don't think you can quite see me, might want to have your arm really high. I'm going to move back into shot a bit, but just so you can see me. It's quite difficult to set the camera up so you've got the mat and room for me to be standing. Give me a couple more. Someone else has joined us, I think. Suzanne Truman. Good morning, Suzanne. Do you know, it is a beautiful day. You're right. 2 more. 1 more. And here comes the rotation. So hands on shoulders, quite open. Breath in, little twist. Now this is a great one if you're working from home a lot, or maybe just sitting a lot, maybe slightly hunching forwards, which we're all guilty of. This one really activates the back muscles to pull yourself back to lovely posture. 2 more to go. 1 more. Well done. Relax your arms down. We're going to do some balancing now. I'm going to have a slurp of my drink actually. If you've got a drink there, have a little slurp. We need to keep ourselves hydrated. And unfortunately, alcohol doesn't count. Who knew? Right, so balancing time. Choose a nice flat surface under your feet, so not on the edge of something. Give your shoulders a little roll back. And all I want us to do, guys, is tap a foot in front and back to the middle. So tap in front, back to the middle. So I'm going to come a little bit closer so I can see what I'm doing as well. Tap front, middle. Now, this looks fairly easy, but we know it's not. It's quite tough, isn't it? Try not to hunch forwards. I want you to be as tall as you can. 1 more time. And then we slowly shift over. I've got to open the door, I'm too hot. Shift over and we do the other side. Now we may get the dog in a minute. I apologise if the dog rushes in. Tap in front and back. She joined me last night. I did a class called Fast and Fit, which is quite high intensity exercise. The dog suddenly rushes in and starts dancing about on her back feet. It's quite funny. Didn't know she was around. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Now we go back to the first foot. Going to make it slightly harder, so you might want to watch first. Tap forward, in, side and back. So it's forward, back to the middle, side. Now you'll notice my right foot is only glancing the floor, the lightest of touches, and everything else is staying still. Change legs, over we go. So balancing. So important, such a great skill. It needs to be practiced. Harder on a half a bottle of wine, let's be honest, but balancing, very, very important, especially as we get older. And I'm not talking old, I'm talking sort of 40s onwards. You need to be working at your balance. 1 more time. Lovely. Bring those feet hip width apart. Give your shoulders a roll back. We're going to go to roll downs now. So we're going to come to the ends of our mats. And again, when we go to the floor, I know sometimes you don't know what I'm doing. So watch it for a moment and then join me. Take a breath in. Tuck your chin. I'll take my glasses off. Round your shoulders and start heading down towards your feet. Don't worry if you're miles away. It doesn't matter. Get to your lowest position. I can't touch the floor at the moment because last night I did that high impact class which tightened all my muscles, even though I did stretch. So I'm going to just hang here. Give your shoulders a little shake. Check your head's heavy. Breath in. We're going to come up. So bottom tucks under. Tummy muscles pulls in. Up we come. Slow and steady. All the way back up. Roll your shoulders. And we're going to add something called a baby back bend today. So I want you to soften your knees, cross your hands across your chest, looking straight forward. Take a breath in And then do a tiny lean back, only tiny. And then back to center again. Breath in. Chin tucks, shoulders round. Down we head towards the floor. Get down until you're hanging. So again, I give my shoulders a little shake. Just check for me, everybody, that you've not locked your legs. So make sure your knees are got a little bend in them. Hang it there. Oh my goodness, can we feel our backside? Can we feel those hamstrings? Oh, breath in. Up we come, tummies on. Pushing your spine backwards. Bringing yourselves back up. All the way back up. And we're going to do that baby back bend again. So bend your knees, hands on your chest, breath in. And then you're going to pull in your tummy as you do a tiny lean back. Good, we're going to do one more time. Breathe in. Exhale, down we go. So don't forget, everybody, if you get to the end of this half an hour and you think, oh, I want to do a bit more, then you can either just repeat this one, because it will be on Facebook pretty much instantly in the videos section, or go to the videos section and there's loads more there. There's a 15-minute Pilates, there's intermediate if that's what your level is. Okay, up we come again, tummy's tight, push the spine back, all the way back up, roll those shoulders, hands on chest, soft knees, breath in, and little lean back. Good, well done. Give yourself a shake out. We're going to go down to the floor, so onto your bottoms. Now if you want to, you can use a cushion. So I'm going to have one, I'm going to put mine up there, I don't really need it. But if you want a cushion, you can use it. And like I said, if you find you're losing track of what we're doing on the floor, just sit up, watch it for a minute, because we'll repeat everything. So watch it for a moment or two and then come and join us. Down we go, elegantly down to the floor, not crashing down. And I'm going to make sure to begin with that I've got that neutral spine. I think we spoke about this before, so I'm going to show you what isn't neutral. So the first thing I want you to do is push your lower back into the floor. Now that is not neutral spine. Relax. Now I want you to push your belly and hips up, so you're arching your back. That is not neutral spine. Relax. That place you've relaxed to, that's your neutral spine position. Everyone's is a bit different. Now, once you've got it there, I want you to pull your belly button in. Now, not so much you can't breathe, but just pull it in about half as strong as you can. Okay, so that's lovely and stable there now. Now we're going to do the pelvic floor, just once through. So breath in. You're going to lift your pelvic floor up from the back, as if you're trying not to pass wind. Middle, lose a tampax. Front, have a wee. Gentlemen, obviously front and back. Hold there. Everybody breathe in. Keep that lift. Don't let it go. Breathe in. And relax. Oh, good stuff. Pelvic floor exercises. You should be doing them every day, everybody. Get the Squeezy app for the NHS on the App Store. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of pelvic tilt to bridge. So bring your feet a bit closer. Relax your arms. Breath in. Pelvic tilt, so you push your back down, press through both feet and peel your back off the floor, and then go all the way down again. And we're going to go again. Tilt your pelvis, draw those hips up, and then all the way down. So I want you to imagine that each vertebrae can't leave the floor until the one before it is gone. So you're drawing the back up and then placing it down again. And it needs to be ever so smooth, really smooth. And we're going to do just one more all the way up. And we're going to hold it here. Now if you can, see if you can lift your lips. Your lips? Don't lift your lips. Lift your hips a little bit higher. Okay, take a breath in. And then exhale, slowly roll yourself down. Don't be in a hurry. All the way down. Oh. And if you want to, knees into chest. Give them a little hug. Good work, everybody. So we're going to do the same thing again. Feet back down to the floor. Try not to have your feet too far away, because that makes it really awkward. Bring those feet in. check you've got a gap between your knees and your feet. Then when we're ready, start with the low bridge. So pelvic tilt, bring yourself up, and then all the way down. And the thing with Pilates, I mean, I'm in my Pilates gear, but you don't need to be. You can just do this in whatever you happen to be wearing, as long as you're comfortable. So don't feel you've got to kind of rush upstairs and get changed. If you don't want to, you don't have to. One more time. And this time we're going to get ourselves up to that full high bridge. So lift up. If you can, lift a bit higher. Hold it there. Obviously the choice is to have it lower, so don't worry. Lift those hips, relax your shoulders, breathe in. And then down we go, rolling all the way down. Give your knees a hug. Oh, and maybe have a little rock side to side. Loosening up through your back. Wonderful. So the next bit we're going to do is going to be on our sides. So roll over onto your side and see who else has arrived. Anybody else arrived? Have a quick drink, guys, if you've got your drink there. Oh, there's lots of us here. Loads of us doing it. Wonderful. I hope you're feeling okay this morning. Got up and saw the sunshine and thought, yeah, it's not too bad. Those of you who are working, very well done for keeping going. And whether you're at home or out of the house, well done. Those of us who are at home, well done. If you're going out, you probably wish you were at home. If you're home, you probably wish you were going out. It's tough, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to do some stuff on our sides. Let me go this way. I'm going to try and move my mat so you can see what I'm doing. It's a little bit awkward. Okay, let's see. Can you see me? Yeah, pretty much. I'm going to make it go slightly more diagonal position. Okay. So, lying on your mat. I've got my head supported. That's only so I can see what's going on. You can have your head relaxed down. I'm going to come down a bit further. Okay. Now, to begin with, make sure you're lying properly on your side. You haven't slumped backwards. So bring your body up so your tummy's pulled in and you've got your hips one stacked on top of the other. Now I want you to push your bottom foot away and lift it up a little bit. Relax your head down, hand on the floor in front, and we're just going to start lifting and lowering that top leg. Now this can be quite tricky, you can feel a bit wobbly, so the hand on the floor there will help. If you're okay, pop your hand on your side. Good work. I'm sure it's doing wonderful. You're doing it wonderfully. Everybody breathe. So how's the learning a new language going, everybody? Have you taken up knitting? Have you decided that Mandarin is a language for you and you've already downloaded the audiobook? Whatever you're doing, I hope you are enjoying yourself as well. Try and have a bit of pleasure. I know it's difficult, but try and make sure you do some stuff for you. One more. Oh, right, have a little rest. Good stuff. Okay, this time what I'm going to ask you to do is tuck your bottom leg behind you and bring yourself up so your head's on your hand. Okay, now this top leg is going to move in front and behind. Now, obviously, if you take it too far behind, what happens is this. You roll over. So try not to take it too far. The observant among you will have noticed my foot is flat. So I'm not pointing it. I'm keeping that foot flat. Okay, now everybody breathe. You can have your head down if that's more comfy. Okay, now let's see if I can get you to change. The foot's going to come forward a bit more, and as it goes back, you point. So it flexes forward, points as it goes back. Now this is fabulous for our hips and waist, the muscles that stabilise our lower back. You saw me had to put my hand down there quickly before I fell flat on my face. Let's have one more. Bottom muscles are working. Excellent. Just bring those knees up. Oh, give it a bit of a rub if that's feeling uncomfortable. Probably is. We're going to slowly roll over onto our other side. I'm going to sit up and turn round so that I can still, you're not just looking at my backside, which is not too brilliant. Okay, so again, you might want your head up, you might want it down. Feet are flat, top leg is lifted, and my tummy's pulled in. And we start with that simple lifting and lowering. And the thing you'll notice with Pilates movements is they're very strong. So I'm not kind of flopping not flopping, I'm very strong. I'm pushing from my hip right through to my heel. So I'm really pressing that leg away, because not only is this strengthening the leg, it's also lengthening the muscles through. Good. This hand, light down your side. Fancy pants option, hand in the air. Good work. And if you are wobbly, please put your hand down there, that's fine. Pull in those stomachs, everybody. One more. Oh, relax. Okay. Bottom leg tucks behind. Top leg is still there. I'm going to come up just for a little minute so I can see what is going on. This leg is going to come in front and slightly behind. Now don't be tempted to start rocking your body forwards and backwards. Keep your head lovely and still. Pulling in those tummies. What about our pelvic floor? Pull it up and in on one breath. Let it go on the next. You can't hold your stomach muscles and pelvic floor in all the time. It's just impossible. So sometimes think about just using your breath as an indicator. Okay, flat foot and then point as you go back. So what I would usually suggest is when you breathe in, your tummy muscles are just slightly on. As you exhale, you really pull them in. And at the same time, that's when you're pulling in your pelvic floor. Takes a bit of coordination, so don't stress about it. 2 more. 1 more. Oh, well done. Okay, relax yourselves down. Give your bum a little rub if it needs it. Bring your knees forwards. Oh, well done. Okay, rolling up to sitting. Bring yourselves up. We're going to stretch those bottom muscles. Now for this one, I'm just going to show you sideways. Oh, hello. Had a comment from someone. Who's that? Hilary Hayden. Hiya, Hilary. Nice to know you're there. So, we're going to sit up straight. That sounds easy, doesn't it? Sitting up straight. It's not. So, if I show you sideways, that is sitting up straight. That is not. It's quite tough, isn't it? Some of us will find we can't sit straight with straight legs. So just bend your knees a little bit. So I want you to imagine now you're sitting back against a wall. Tummy muscles are pulled in. You're straight as a die. And you're going to take your right leg and just walk it over your left. No one's leaning back, are they? No. Now that right leg's going to come up. For some of us, that might be far enough. For the rest, see if you can put it up higher. Now, I can already feel, bottom muscle stretching. I'm going to take my left hand, grab that right knee and pull it in. Ooh. That is bringing just a little bit of moisture to my eyes, just a little bit. Pull it in a bit more if you can. Are we sitting tall? Please don't tell me you've leant backwards. Breath in. Okay, so we're getting deep into these bottom muscles. If you want to add a bit more, put your right hand on the floor and turn and look over your right shoulder. Keep that knee pulling in. Now at this point, we need to look very posh. So look down your nose, breathe, exhale, and bring yourselves back round. How did that go? Good? Give your legs a shake out. Other side, so don't lean backwards. Work your foot over, draw it back in, and then see if you can pull it in towards you. Ooh, now sometimes one side is more uncomfortable than the other. For me, that one's very tight, that backside. So I'm going to have to ease that in. Breathing. Put it in a bit more. And if you want to add that twist, take your left hand, I'm doing it in reverse, and look over your left shoulder. I can look out into the garden where I can see my husband sitting in the chair reading a paper with a cup of coffee. How lovely. He's furloughed now, so he's allowed to do that. Little twist. Oh. And release. Give your legs a little shake out. Okay, we're going to do a little bit more work for the hips and things now. So I want you to bring your soles of your feet together. Now, for some of us, you'll be able to get your legs up really high and you'll feel completely happy. For others of us, we will just weep like babies. So take your feet where you can cope. If that's too much, legs out. Okay, I want you to cross your hands over. Breath in. and just lean forward. Now you might hold onto your shins, you might get down to your ankles, you might get down to your feet. And we're just going to stay here. So elbows are soft and heavy, head's relaxed. Everybody's breathing, I hope. Don't do this without breathing. You'll end up doing yourself a mischief. Lily Bennett. Good morning, Lily Bennett. Nice to have you with us. So stay there, guys. Stay there. Breath in. Bring yourselves back up. Now we're going to do a little bit of arm work now. Not too much. Legs out. Bend your knees. Hands behind you. Bring your feet in. And I want you to lift your bottom off the floor. So sideways on. I've just lifted my bottom off the floor. Doesn't matter which way your hands are pointing. Head and shoulders are relaxed. I want you to see if you can take your right foot off the floor and point it forwards. Then bring it back. Left foot. Now if this is too much for you, please put your bottom down. Do the same thing with your bottom down. My elbows are slightly bent. Give me 4 more of those. That's 4. Everyone breathe. 3. This is good, strong shoulder work. 2. 1 more. And we're going to do that when we do the beginning again. So bring yourselves up. Soles of the feet together. Cross the arms. Lean forwards. Now this one is quite hard for some of us. It can get right into those hips. If it's too much, just straighten your legs out and open them wide. Breath in. See if you can soften down just a little bit more. And this isn't a competition. So if you're with your child and they've got their nose on the floor, just ignore them. You know, we've had years of tightening our muscles up to contend with. Just checking the time there, guys. Good, bring yourselves back up. Hands behind you. Lift your bottom off the floor. Breathe. Now I'm loosening my neck. What tends to happen is this. We end up with no neck. So lengthen through. Tummy's pulled in. Ease your leg through, bring it back. Anybody who wants to make it a little harder, hold the leg there up, bring it up, back down, bring it in. Now the thing with this is keeping everything still. Apart from my one leg that's moving, everything else is contained and still. If you're wobbling a bit, don't worry, it's hard. Don't want to make it too easy for you. 2 more to go. Exhale, inhale, exhale, back 1 more time. Fantastic, good work everyone. We're going to gently roll back onto our backs, all the way down. Bring both knees into chest, give them a big old hug, and we're going to rock very gently side to side. And then we're going to finish up by curling up like a little ball. So knees are pulled in, head's going to tuck in. Now if that's awkward for you, try your legs wider, not quite so elegant, but it works. Head in, pull those legs in. And then release. Well done. We've done our 30-minute class. I do hope you enjoyed it. We did a good selection there. We did some stretching work, some balancing, a little bit of lengthening. Oh, there's a nice love heart coming up there. Super. So very, very well done, everybody. Excellent. And if you haven't done Pilates before and you enjoyed that, then we do have this class twice a week. And there's copies of videos of the previous classes on my YouTube channel, on my website, and on Facebook. Just search Get Fit with Tessa and it'll all come up. You can also become a subscriber to my YouTube channel, which I don't know what that gives you really, but if you fancy doing that, you can. Okay, we are now going to have our optional 5 minutes relaxation. If you don't want to, if you're now going off to do something else and relaxing is the last thing you want, then that's fine. I will see you again on Thursday morning, same time, same place. Those who are staying, lie yourselves down. Oh, how Joy, you loved it. Oh, good. I'm really pleased, Joe. And Sarah, fantastic. So those of you who stay, lie yourselves down. Suzanne, hi. Oh, thank you, Suzanne. And Carol. Oh, lovely comments, everybody. So lie yourselves down on your backs. I'm going to turn the music down. I'm going to put the one I really like on here. Let's have a look. So close your eyes. Lie yourselves down. Probably on your back, or you can stay sitting if you want. Oh, thank you, Tracy. And I want you to close your eyes. So I'm going to shut the door so we don't have any traffic noise. Lying on your backs. taking some lovely, slow, deep breaths. Now, breathing is a really, really helpful way to de-stress. And there are certain breathing techniques that very definitely work. And one of those is called the box breathing or square breathing. It's the same thing. And what we do is we take a slow, deep breath in, we hold it, we exhale long and slow, and then we hold. So it's quite difficult to hold when you're at the end of your exhale, but we can do it. So let's breathe in, hold, exhale, hold, inhale, hold, exhale, hold. Just keep that going. See if you can do 3 or 4 more of those. Ideally holding for 4, inhaling for 4, exhaling for 4, holding for 4. And that can really help drop our stress hormones and help to reduce our anxiety. And it's absolutely reasonable for all of us to feel anxious at the moment. But probably good if we can get a way to control that anxiety and to bring it into order so that our lives can carry on. So lie yourselves down. I'm going to stay sitting, but if you want to lie yourselves down, do. Have a little go at that breathing. Very, very well done, everybody. We're going to start to bring ourselves back into the room. Don't rush, just take your time. So start off by giving your fingers and your toes a little wriggle. Then when you're ready, have a stretch maybe, and gently draw your knees up, popping your feet flat on the floor, maybe giving your knees a hug into chest. And just stay there for a little bit, have a rock side to side perhaps. Just allow yourself to gradually come back, and then as you feel ready, roll onto your side and slowly and carefully push yourself up to sitting. Hiya Hilary, I see you've lost connection at 23 minutes and still down. Oh no, sorry Hilary, I hope I haven't lost all of you. Sometimes that does happen, our Wi-Fi was playing up last night. So if I have lost you, I do apologise everybody. Hopefully you'll be able to catch this on the video, which I'll be posting in a moment. So thank you all so much for coming today. I do hope it started your day in a nice positive way. It certainly did for me. If you've got time and you've got the space, get yourself out there with a cup of coffee, take your book, have a quarter of an hour out just relaxing before you get on with the other things you need to do today. Any questions or queries, feel free to contact me. Have a look at my website for any other information, and I will see you on Thursday morning. So if you're going, that's fine. Just a quick word to anyone who's hanging on for a second. Injuries. A few people have been contacting me about injuries. Not so likely with Pilates, to be fair, but still possible. Remember, if you've just decided to start a fitness campaign in the last couple of weeks, we are now approaching the week when we start to get injuries, perhaps because we are overdoing it a little bit. So things to remember, and I've written these down so don't forget, things to remember to avoid injuries. Oh, Caroline, I've still got you. And Lynette, oh good, I've not lost everybody, just Hilary. Thank you, Maureen. So things to remember to avoid injury. Warm up before you exercise. Now we don't need to do that for Pilates because I build a warm up in, but any of my other classes, the aerobic-y ones, a little warm up. Cool down, again we do that in Pilates, but other sorts of things like if you're going out cycling or running or something, have a warm up, have a cool down. Hello Ruth, well done Ruth. Stretch, well again we do that in Pilates, but if you're going out running for example, build a stretch in every time you run. Ease into it, so if you have gone a little bit heavy with the number of times you exercise and you're beginning to feel possibilities of injuries, dial it back a little bit, so not doing quite so much. Listen to your body. That does apply to Pilates very much so. One day you might do an exercise and it feels absolutely fine. The next day you get a twinge. Twinges are warnings, listen to them. Stop what you're doing, take a breath, see how it feels when you try again. Cross train is one, and that just means do different things. So if you're doing Pilates with me twice a week, that's wonderful. I hope you're also getting your walk every day. You might want to put in something else, maybe some of my wake up classes, something like that, to change what you're doing, but mix things up. Water, be hydrated, make sure you're drinking enough water. And finally, rest day. You do need a rest day, and Pilates as much as anything else, it's good to have a day when you're not doing all your exercises and you're just having a relaxing day when your body can recover and build up the muscles that we're trying to help build, and it takes a bit of rest for that. Anyway, my darlings, have a good day, enjoy yourselves, and I will see you all again on Thursday morning. Bye guys.